pala nakalog to. Baby, kano ikaw? Oh, kalang daw kali baby papa.
A3, I've seen ISSI did this on his stream. He go for Helm of Dom and then he buff his summon units.
Oh yeah, you can do that, yes.
So your pet become a Pokemon for you right now, like
if you think that,
like a super strong pet running around killing people.
if you think the IO Alpha Wolf is scary, imagine this.
Imagine this, yeah.
There's a bloodlusted beast running at you.
Can you imagine, like you buff the Helm of Dom and you have an IO to link to tether it? Just above everything just above the
Who needs
summon
the
unit.
Prowler, right? That is your
The
true core.
Alpha. Oh, the Prowler, yeah. I know we were joking before the broadcast. We were saying like, you're going to be seeing Bane again from Mosin because Bane and Coddle has been his go-to hero.
Yep.
Let's say that this is not Candy Loon's hero. Do you think this is Mosin's hero? Maybe Mosin's going to start expanding his beast
Feels like
beast pool. Beastmaster gets picked up.
Feels like it's going to be now because Beastmaster is picked up. That's the Candy Loon hero.
I feel like this fits the meta very well because you want to play fast, you want to take tower fast, kill a couple of heroes here and there and look for objectives. I think Ogre Magic is one of the heroes that provides you all of that, and then after taking all the objectives, you want to fall back to farm, right? You have the Bloodlust for it. So sounds pretty perfect for me in this patch.
Because the game is, slightly slower. If let's say your towers don't fall early, the game basically just slows down for you. And if you have Ogre Magi, it allows your cores to farm faster as well. So this could be a game where you see Lance kind of pick up that Phantom Lancer, which we have seen a couple of times, but it's another good game for a new esports to try out that hero once again. They lost against RR to the KYX Underlord 2 days before, but I'm pretty confident that they can pull it off once more.
I know that leading up to this as well, you two have been asking maybe are we going to eventually see Medusa pop in. I know Ogre is a classic combination to go with the Medusa. How would Medusa kind of fit in with the new patch? Is she still a bit too slow, or do you think she'll be able to keep up?
Medusa, I think most of the time people have this concept about Medusa, which is you want this hero to go late, but actually if you look closely, a lot of the pro teams, they play Medusa at a very fast pace, simply because how good Stone Gaze is in eliminating opponents to come into you. So you kind of can force team fights happen around the Medusa pick, and if the opponent wants to avoid you, you just take down towers.
Yeah, I think Medusa has kind of transitioned to... she's still a late game hero, she's still a very hardcore carry, but she's played in the mid game phase. You see people go like Mass of Madness, Manta, and then they rush a Divine Repeat immediately to end the game before like your 35-minute mark. That's one of the ways to do it, and new esports, they generally want to end game during that phase, so perhaps Medusa can be considered. We just have not seen them play Medusa in any of their games.
However, if there is a Medusa game, I feel like new esports, they have two very good supports to complement the Medusa. They have Ogre, Beastmaster.
Actually, a lot of attack speed, right?
all the attack speed. I think Lance is going to be the lord for them in this game. GeekFam has to be really careful with the pocket picks from Lance. Something like a Luna could be good here. Medusa could be good as well. GeekFam doesn't have very great wave clear right now, so maybe they want to pick something up for themselves now.
Yeah, they also play the Faceless Void. I think new esports, they have played Faceless Void very rarely, but it's one of their choices. Just that probably Medusa isn't the pick that they want to look at, because you have this Ember Nature's Prophet that really messes with the Medusa early on. So I think they're keeping that last pick for like the 4th or 5th pick.
Yeah, even though Medusa sounds really good on paper, right?
She's actually...
she wouldn't come out until one team starting to find success with her.
Yeah.
And them teams were going to start picking it again over arrow. It's something like, I think 1 year ago, this point, people are spamming Medusa with the Divine.
Yeah.
So maybe it will be back.
Maybe. We'll just have to see if anyone decides to pull her out. Maybe today, maybe not. We'll find out what new esports wants to go for. Going through our second phase of bans. So Luna's taken out, unfortunately, for new esports. So no Luna for Lance. Any other heroes we could possibly look for outside of the Void?
Oh, they're banning out the Troll themselves too.
Yeah, so if you have this Ogre Beastmaster and you want to play fast, maybe they can fall back to their classic Venge Drow from 1 year ago, which we have yet to see. We've seen Venge in a couple of games, but we have yet to see Drow Ranger being picked up in any way. And compared to the Medusa, I think the Drow Ranger does slightly better. You have the silence to deal with Ember. Ember hates that gust. Nature's Prophet cannot stand toe-to-toe with the Drow Ranger in any way. You have good save, you have steroids, you have vision from the Beastmaster. So it looks like a good pick for new esports, but I think right now they want to pick up the other support.
Yeah, they don't want to show a core so quickly yet. They ban out the Vibrant, they ban out the Troll. So I think Wyvern is a very good ban. It's an obvious ban as well. It's just that the throw caught me off guard a little bit. Because normally you want to pick throw into the Furion.
Yeah.
Well, are there any other melee cores that we're sort of forgetting about here for new esports? Because it does look like they're setting up for a melee core. Wyvern, big counter to physical cores.
PL?
Spectre?
Spectre?
Spectre is also another hero that maybe they can consider. Good against Prophet, good against Ember. Now there's Enge, there's an even bigger incentive to pick the Spectre if they want to play late. DDZ's hero are still in the pool though. They have the Puck, which we have not seen for a long time. There's no Void Experience, no Ember, no Queen of Pain for him. You're definitely going to see a new DDZ hero in this game.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Puck looks really good here. GeekFam doesn't have good lockdown for her. And also Puck is super great against the Ember Spirit with the Silence and Coil.
Yeah, DDZ, finally we're going to see like his 4th pick, I think. His third hero. He's been playing like Prophet and Void Spirit, I think, the entire tournament.
What do you think would be more likely though if they pick up Lance or DDZ's hero? Because I think
They have the last pick.
normally
so
they pick DDZ's hero last, I think.
Yeah, I think they would pick Lance heroes first, then DDZ. If they have the last pick, I think you can keep DDZ
you
for
always
last.
want to have you always want to make sure DDZ has a good
Dire
matchup.
team.
And there we go for Clinks. New
this-
hero.
Interesting. And this is not going to be the support Clinks that we saw from Bryant during the qualifiers. This will be core Clinks.
Well, there's still a chance for Pango to go mid.
Yeah.
And the Clinks to be forward. Just a slight chance. But
There's a very, very slight possibility.
yeah, very slight.
Please stop trying
But
to
it's-
crush my dreams.
But it's highly unlikely. I think it's highly unlikely because Clinks 4 is super
5
slow,
seconds,
and if you
5
mess up the early game, it's like an edge, right? You want to get the early game, but if you don't get it, you just lose out.
So what's the idea behind the Clinks here? Is this to eat up the creeps from Geek Fam?
You want to push towers.
You will push towers.
Push towers?
You eat the Enchantress, a natural Orchid Bloodthorn buyer, natural Nullifier buyer, great against Prophet, great against Ember. You melt through the Spectre if the Spectre doesn't come online fast enough. So, in general, it's just a strong laner.
Yeah, not only that, you have really good team fights as well with the Clinks. Burning Army is going to be... You know, look at New Esports, they want to take all this standstill fight with the Raw, with the Rolling Thunder. Like, I don't see any way Fam can run into a five-man team fight against New Esports. They have to pick off one guy before starting a team fight. And that's really hard for them to do.
And everything is in the Raven basket right now. You have the Spectre. Spectre skills better than the Clinks. You can eventually outfight the Clinks, but to get there is a tall order because the other three heroes are just not good against Clinks. The Bone Fletcher destroys you. And I think you can rush an Orchid, probably an Orchid, and go straight into like a Bloodthorn or Orchid Nullifier. It is pretty annoying to deal with.
So if you're Geek Fam after seeing this lineup, a lot of attack speed on the side of esports. How do you sort of approach this with all this physical right click that's going to be coming out from you? And you don't have that last pick either.
I mean, if you want to shut down New Esports, you have to do it from the laning phase. So GeekFam can pick something that really dominates the lane right now. Or if they don't have the picks, right, you want to play really aggressively on the lane and try to shut down the timings of New Esports. Force them to go into recovery mode where they should be the one being aggressive.
Is this a support Nature's Prophet or is this likely going to be a core? Because if, let's say they got core Ember, Nature's Prophet, and Spectre, they're looking at a last pick support.
I think we have seen this yesterday from GeekFam. The offlane Cuckoo, Nature's Prophet, and Case, Ember Spirit.
Yeah.
So I assume the last pick is going to go for Zephyr.
Zephyr?
Yeah, it's probably a Zephyr pick unless they want to run this Enge Ember as a support. Right, we've seen Ember support only played by Neon Esports so far by Play Hard. If you put Nature's Prophet and support, it's just way too slow. These two heroes, they do the same thing, and if they don't get anything done early on, they just get rolled over. And when you have a Clinks, it just gets more complicated, right? This Clinks can still go mid. There's a possibility for DDZ Clinks. So I think New Esports, they have the advantage, and the best part is I think they have the last pick as well.
Yeah, I have a crazy idea. Right now, GeekFam, look at the heroes. You have Ember, Furion, and Spec, a lot of the global presence, but they lack some sort of disable here or anything that you can just go into the team fight and distract New Esports.
Storm.
Yeah, I feel like BO2 might have a crazy idea. BO2 might feel really good here for Zephyr.
We saw the Spirit Breaker yesterday, and we saw how influential it was for KYXY. So Spirit Breaker could possibly be a potential pick here for GEEK Fam.
And it's really good against EV hero like the Klings as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday it was against GEEK Fam's Ricky, right? Alright, then when they go for the same kind of hero, Esprit is the one. Most importantly, you want to draw attention for your Furon to come in, for your Ember Spirit to come in and deal damage.
They got a lot of spread damage actually. You've got Magnetize, you've got the Nature's Wrath as well for these team fights, so quite a bit of nuking power on the side of GEEK Fam as well.
It's a fast and greedy lineup, right? Ember, Earth Spirit, no, Ember, Spec and Prophet. Like they kind of just want to dominate their lane. This Ember and Prophet wants to create as much space as they can for the Spectre to come online and then eventually take over the game. So GEEK Fam, they just need to, like Arthur said, they need to get a decent laning phase. And they want to constantly force New Esports to be recovering instead of having a lead.
I think what New Esports can do here is that look at the GEEK Fam's lineup. Esprit wants to be the one roaming around, so the offlane Furon, most of the time he's going to be forced to stay in the lane a bit more. So what New Esports can do is actually just dump all their spells into committing onto the Furon, and then they force the Esprit to stay mid. And if they do so, I think New Esports would have a very good advantage over the lanes.
And the Phantom Assassin just speeds up the game right now.
So much buffs. I want to be this PA.
Yeah, if you are this PA, you are happy. Like you have this Klings to back you up as well. Now you have two heroes that can really backstab you, and you look at GEEK Fam, their backline is not the best backline.
It's not just the backline too, like what do you really have to stun the Klings and the PA?
The only hero that can buy a Silver Edge is the Nature's Prophet, but he's discouraged from it because now it builds from the Echo Saber.
Yeah.
So you have really less methods to deal with the PA. Spectre is not a natural Echo Saber buyer either.
If Lance could have doubled down this game, he would.
Double down.
I would double down.
And put all the wagers in.
Yeah, I would do the same.
So are you both looking at New Esports, your predictions?
I love their draft, yes. New Esports.
I feel like it's a out draft. I like Esports.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for your predictions. We are going to be jumping into our first game of the day. I'm going to throw it over to Winter and Lyrical. Take it away for game one.
Guess what? I muted my microphone because I'm terrible. Thank you so much, Danny, for passing it over, and then I just dropped it right in the middle of my lap. My bad. Winter, how you doing, man? You excited to watch some good old-fashioned New Esports versus GEEK Fam today?
I'm gonna report you the first thing for muting your mic.
I don't want to show up on the broadcast until I'm supposed to be there, and even when I'm supposed to be there, I don't want to be there apparently. But yeah, Lance, last pick, PA. I was thinking that this is going to look great with all the attack speed. Do you like the pick?
I like the Bone Fletcher, support Bone Fletcher. Klings, sorry, old school.
Old school. You just want to look cool. That's all it comes down to. But you know what? You're going to look cool in the game, ladies and gentlemen. So we're getting ready to hop into this game number 1. New Esports facing off against GEEK Fam. Let's get into it.
Prepare for battle.
And with the sound of holy molies coming out around the world, we do have the beginnings of the game. So yeah, Yamate going to be playing on the Bone Fletcher, as you were talking about.
Hey, no copying.
I'm not going to call him it for the rest of the game, I promise.
Use your own name.
What do you mean, man?
Shamble of Bones or Bone Warrior.
Is that what he was called?
No.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, man. We got rid of Skeleton King, and now he's back again. Now Bone Fletcher with Mr. Clinks is here. It's all coming back. Dota 1's occurring.
Skeleton Archer.
You're just saying random things now.
Well, they were, like we said before, they were doing good before the patch hit, and the game we saw, it was yesterday or the previous day. It felt like they didn't really understood how to play the new patch, and today the draft has been adjusted somewhat. And Klings is a good support that can kill heroes. Like we've been having this discussion about how killing heroes gives you a lot of money and XP right now. So it's very, very good to abuse it, you know, like heroes like, I would say King's Bounty Hunter. It seems like there's a special place for them right now.
And it's interesting because normally in the past, like you're enabling other heroes to get the kills by setting up with, you know, stuns or lockdown in general. Now it's just let's throw that damage out there and cause some trouble, which I like to see more of. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was a little bit curious though because I saw this PA. I was thinking like ever since I saw the Ogre and the Beastmasters, like this would be an amazing game for it. But then they picked the Spectre and I was like, oh god, they could get a Blade Mail or something maybe. Like how does that matchup work in the later stages?
It's definitely pretty good against PA because of number one, the dispersion, and you're pretty tanky, right? So PA doesn't really burst you that quickly. And overall, like you said, the Horn is going to be very nice against the support heroes. It's going to be a battle of who kills who's support first in the team fight.
Yeah, it's could be a nice way to look for it. I was kind of thinking that it's one of those games too where it could be a good Aghanim's game where the Queen of Pain as they're going on and trying to find themselves the kill onto Zephyr, the slowdown. Oh, he's walking away. Okay, looks like Zephyr's gonna be fine.
He took the kick for the range creep, and the moment he did that, the Ogre and PA went on him immediately.
Up top, we do see the Enchantress already taking over the board and was getting some good damage out there.
This is really bad, the bot lane. It's not going well for them. It's Nature's Prophet is having a tough time, you know, being forced to use his TP this early on. Like generally why you are so good in the lane, right, as Nature's Prophet is because when you get your teleport at level 2, and usually you can go back to base around level 2 or level 3 to pick up some items, get that free refill, and come back and pressure your lane. And now that's not going to be available for some time point. But on the bright side of things, Kenny has secured 2 range creeps so far with the kick, and he's level 2 right now. Both the PA and the Ogre are still level 1. Just gonna get the pull. This is big. If he gets this pull, this is big for the lane.
They're already moving over, and it looks like they're going to be able to get it. Leave one of the creeps behind, so that one's going to need to be brought down before
no
too
one
long.
gets left behind, Gabe.
Oh, they got it. Well, Cuckoo, he's maybe in a little bit of trouble. Just going to TP back home, actually.
TP to come back?
No, he doesn't.
15 seconds. Should be okay. The creep is not really at the tower yet. Earth Spirit just need to tank it in front of tower. Don't let the creep wave go into the tower. That's what he's doing. Okay, perfect. And Nature's Prophet is going to TP back to the lane. It's nicely done by Zephyr. Kenny. I like Kenny more.
You like the name Kenny?
Yeah, Kenny is cooler. Oh, roll, kick. But he's an ogre. He's a freaking ogre.
Dude, there's no way you're going to do anything to Mosin here. By the way, is not playing Bane. You know, an interesting life.
You don't think Ogre is the same as Bane? It's like a melee Bane.
It's a little bit. It's different, you know. He's got 2 heads instead.
Oh, it's different. I cast Bloodlust instead of
7 armor. He's got 7 armor. Bane doesn't get that. Are you kidding me? He's just got naturally regen out the wazoo.
Bane has brain set, you know. That ain't fair. That ain't fair. And top lane, the Clinks, he eats the creep from the Enchantress. Oh, okay, that's why you want to have the Clinks in the Beastmaster's lane.
That makes sense. I mean, it's a long cooldown, though, for Death Pack, to be honest.
Yeah. The enchant is 40-second cooldown, Death Pack is 60 seconds. So yes, like a 20-second window.
Mid lane, things are getting pretty dicey as well. Both heroes at relatively low HP, but it's pretty even. 16-4 versus 16-6. Carl gets the bottle delivered, and we're gonna have to watch to see if he's able to pick up a rune. Nobody making rotations to come and defend this.
4-minute rune. We've always talked about this. Get the rune, man. The first rune is so important because both the mid laners usually always have their bottles empty at this stage, and if one is able to secure the rune, he's going to secure the bounty as well because he has HP and mana to play for the next bounty rune in 1 minute. So it makes a lot of impact into it. Bot lane. Ogre, the melee Bane.
He's running, trying to get out of there slow and steady, but first blood gonna be drawn by Zephyr. And just kick him out of the game.
10 seconds, so he should still be able to come back in time to contest the bounty rune. And right now the Earth Spirit has no mana to fight for the rune. So all is not lost for the Ogre. I think he's gonna be able to get one bounty run? Or is he going to refill the bottle for the Pangolier? I think he's going to go bot.
And in the meantime, you can see over to the side here, Yamate trying to force back Whitemon. He does move himself into position to try and get this bounty. 10 seconds away. Maybe Zephyr can go for a roll onto Mosin. Looks like he's just going to back out.
No, look at top. The battle of the fingers, man. Click, 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 click. Oh, no.
Oh, Whitemon makes it happen. Able to get the slow down, takes over the board and get the slow onto Yamate, but a couple more punches might possibly be enough. Fairy Fire, another right click. The board, it's brought him down pretty low. Yamate's actually diving for this, trying to get the kill, but they are going to be able to walk themselves out.
Do we have a detection? Oh, no dust, but he has a sentry. A low chance to kill if there's no dust. So the first catapult wave has spawned. Let's see where does the action bring us. The Nature's Prophet wants to join a lane to fight, but he's been forced to TP back. Oh, this is big. This is actually so big. He actually probably should have used his teleport scroll so he can go top. Right now he can't go top. You see, there's a fight happening.
Dandelion is going to go down. The right clicks and the roll forward, they're going to find that kill. And as you said, no rotation capable for Cuckoo.
That would be nice if he's here to pressure with the catapult, but I guess it's not the biggest deal anyway, since it's a Spectre. The Spectre doesn't really push the tower that quickly. He just wants his level 6. And DDZ has his level 6.
Already has also picked up a regen rune, so Ember's going to have to come back afterwards after TPing back. So maybe a chance for a rotation from DDZ since Ember doesn't have a TP available.
Cuckoo.
And Cuckoo, yeah, no TP available for 3 seconds, and he's just going to end up, well, maybe he can get away from here. No, there's going to be the stun. Lance still chasing. Sprout TP away. Cuckoo. Oh, man. I'll get him.
The Ember had no one had TP at all.
Yeah, Ember just TP back to his base.
Chargers had TP. Spirit had TP. I mean, they just chose to abandon him.
Yeah.
Or they felt like he's gonna die for sure, so they didn't want to move.
A little bit interesting, not gonna lie.
Spectre is gonna have his level 6, so he just needs to ferry some mana over. He has a Clarity, Helm of Dawn. So we're gonna probably see some action happening soon with the Ember rotation plus the Haunt.
Getting some good pressure onto him here in this top lane as well. Raven would love to make that rotation if there's an opening for a kill at the very least. DDZ TPing with the regen rune going. It looks like he wants to make something happen down bottom instead. So where do they go? Kick now onto Zephyr, but they're going to walk away.
He wants Cuckoo. Ember has a TP ready right now, so he can respond to this rotation from DDZ. They have a ward, the lane ward. They see the Nature's Prophet, Rolling Thunder.
They know that this is coming though, and Cuckoo is just gonna have to give up his life. That's crazy. Ember called that he was missing, but just playing that far forward ends up being punished.
Yeah, he just didn't expect there was a ward, or he just forgot that there could be, because they have a look at the sentries, right? They place 2 sentries, one towards the left in the jungle and one on the high ground. So they felt like, oh, maybe there's no ward here, but sometimes if you don't get the observer ward, you have to assume there might be a vision there, you know. You can just play like there's no vision there. And he paid the price.
Carl now gets the illusion rune for himself as well. And very even goings at these early stages here. The 8-minute mark, PA sitting top of the net worth. Nobody really falling that far behind, it feels like, with maybe the exception of Cuckoo, who's not had the best of games.
He's trying to go for Desolator or Battlefield? Oh, he's going for Battlefield.
Oh, Carl taking damage. Switches over. Triple Remnant 4 just blows up DDZ. Easy.
That's a very, very nice play right there from Carl. It's a game-changing play. That's a kill that would propel him faster in the game. He's going to build into the drums. He has his, I presume, his face boots and Arcane Ring coming for him.
Oh my god. Over in the jungle, they just roll Whitemon. Gonna blow up him for that kill. And get Clinks a little bit of damage.
That's whatever, you know. But they probably know he plays the ward there. They blow a Raw, so Raw is 70-second cooldown, so it means that they cannot really use the Raw for the next bounty run. So there's a chance Dyer has the advantage in claiming 3 bounty runs here. They still have the Horn. He has a Clarity on him, so he has enough mana for Horn and a Dagger. So we'll see whether they're able to make something happen here. They're gonna TP, refill the Ember's bottle, and yeah, let's see what are they gonna do. Where are they gonna rotate? Oh,
somebody's trying to get your attention out there, man. Got a little honk honk going on.
Pretty sure it's not for me.
It's fair enough. Spectre, in the meantime, just farming up the jungle here, not wanting to come and contest the pressure that's onto his tower at all. But that does mean the handy Helm of the Dominator from the Beastmaster is going to be able to pressure the tower. And Raven now deciding to come back in. This is... I don't think he can do this. This would be really bold, but they're coming in with a couple others. Carl there, Flame Guard already about to wear out. He's not going to have it back up again afterwards. This fight can't be that good, but look at the Wrath of Nature coming in on a DDZ, seeing if they can blow up this Ember, rolling through, trying to bring them down, and the roll away. Zephyr not able to connect on the Mosin as they try and back out. Nobody died. Literally everybody's gonna get away.
How about the root?
Except for the courier. TDZ gets the kill.
Okay, Ember got one root. Kling's got one root. One rolls.
Sleight of Fist does not hit on the Yamate, has to remnant away, but on the side, Lance is there. Are they going to be able to find the slowdown? They do have another clap in a couple seconds. Roars Houston. Well, the only casualty is going to be Carl.
Yeah, got too greedy there. He was trying to finish off the PA. But let's see if Daya is able to pick up the bottom appearance. If they can pick up both of them, I think it's still fine for them. They get 3 bounty runes for the price of Ember Spirit. I mean, they were really close there. I think getting 2 kills there. I think on the Ogre and... what was the other one? Ogre and the PA?
Yeah. Could have been really good for GEEK Fam had they been able to get it, but not quite online. White Mountain, in the meantime, makes the rotation over, picks up the 2 bounties, and right back up in the farm. Not a whole lot of action so far this game, it feels like.
A lot of action, but no kills maybe.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. That's a good point. There's been a lot of movement around.
Yeah, and we see a smoke on the Earth Spirit and the Enchantress. Earth Spirit is level 7, and they have a mech on the Nature's Prophet.
Radiant's middle tower.
Exact same move that we saw a little bit earlier. This time, will it bear a little bit better fruit? Candy Balloon trying to run away. They break the smoke on Yamate, and no dust in time. Got to be quicker with that with the Clinks in the game.
So the Spectre is actually choosing to go for a Yasha. So I guess this game he doesn't want to go Radiance. He wants to go Diffusal plus Manta. He wants to play a faster game.
Okay. Haunt in the mid. Gets the jump away. Haunt out afterwards. Great kick onto both and the Magnetize afterwards. They just blow him up and EDZ has to run away.
And Kenny is just everywhere doing everything for his team.
Radiant's middle tower.
And this man has been playing very, very well recently. I'm GEEK fan.
You a fan?
I'm a fan of anyone who plays well. No, anyone who plays well. I mean,
That's good. That's the way to do it. Carl.
Nice.
Oh, that was really well played. They needed that to get him out. Might still be in a little bit of trouble.
Yes.
Carl gets kicked away afterwards. Zephyr. What a baller. And this is not an easy hero to kill off, but they might still be able to do it. Mechanism, not enough to keep him alive. But they kept Carl alive.
Yeah, he needed that kick. He didn't have any remnants available.
Jeez. What player Zephyr is right now. Well, control coming out onto Carl. Don't give up your life now. I can't do much to him. He's just going to be able to move in, pressure out the wave, and it does look like we're going to be sitting pretty at 5-5.
Yeah, they have to move forward. I think they need to move forward with the next rotation. The Osprey has ultimate aim of 30 seconds. They should try to look to get something going on. They're pretty strong with the mech on the Nature's Prophet and the Nature's Wrath. It's the Beast.
Yeah.
Getting a pipe? No, he's getting Blades. So there's no magic, any magic reduction on the Radiant side right now against the Ember, the Earth Spirit, the Nature's Wrath.
Candy Loon moving in. Mosin's there, but they will not be able to find it. We saw a little bit earlier also Yamate just using the Death Pack on the Helm of the Dominator creeps. And it's a good way for him to just stack up some extra gold.
Just follow him and ruin his day.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a long cooldown on Death Pack, but it's still pretty cool. So, 14 minutes in, less than 1,000 gold lead separating these two, and right now it's new esports that are able to take the mid-tier 1 tower.
The pace of the game is gonna change soon because the PA has opted to go for Battle Fury, and the Spectre has opted to not go Radiance. He's going for the Yasha Manta, Diffuser probably. So there's gonna be a change in momentum soon. the PA is not going to be so good at fighting, and the Spectre is going to be better at fighting. And we'll have to see whether the less greedy build on the Spectre pays off compared to the Phantom Assassin. As a pause, but let's look at the items. So Ember has a Arcane Rune. He has a drums completed. He's pretty strong at fighting right now. The new drum seems like it's actually better for some of these moving heroes right now, like rotating heroes.
It's always been just such a good value item for team stuff, but the recent changes, it definitely feels like even better than it used to be. And maybe some of the making some of those other group up team fight items a little bit worse. Should be noted, Earth Spirit has almost got a veil completed if that's the route that he wants to go. He had it queued up.
Oh, I see. Nice. It's good with their heroes. They have a lot of magic damage from the Ember and the Nature's Prophet.
Even throwing on in there a little bit of the Wrath of Nature, why not?
The item is nice now because it's cheaper. I think it's good for like any support that has high magic damage. I've seen Kenny go for he's playing a pop with Tiny, and he just went for first item Veil. He doesn't go for the blink. He just went Veil. And I felt like it was pretty nice idea to do it. Like some games, the dagger doesn't give you so much.
Right. And if you're going to do it on Tiny, you're definitely going to do it on Earth Spirit then.
It's kind of better on Earth Spirit.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be a trade-off. Couple of runes. Raven will pick up 2. DDZ gets on the other side along with Mosin.
He just, nice. He just dominated something else.
Oh, Raven, you just had to walk over to the side to pick up the bounty. Yamate ran in and sniped it. So they get one of the bounties instead. Now they're going to get a courier too.
He's gonna die.
Well, they're thinking about it. Oh, little Jukity Duke.
Oh, he got the dog.
And the creeps aren't going to get there. They do ping it. They realize that he's over here, but I don't think they can catch up to Yamate in time before the dust wears off.
Yeah. So the Spectre, it seems like he's going to change his mind because the game is slow. He's not queuing Manta anymore. He might actually decide to go back for the Radiance because of the game being slow. There's not much going on. I say that, mid lane. Nice silence.
Well, can they do anything? DDZ gets rooted for the moment. Jump in, Haunt. DDZ is going to drop. They can't keep him alive, and then they lose Mosin as well. Another little round of it, and Carl picks up 2 kills. Easy peasy for him.
Yeah, once again, the silence at the last moment when he was channeling the Rolling Thunder. That was very, very clutch. And now Spectre is involved. Did he get the kill? No, he actually didn't get the kill.
With Amber.
It's a bit sad, sometimes when you're Spectre, you come with the horn and you don't get the kill. You feel sad,
I mean, your team's still getting kills. I'm sure he's fine. Uh-oh. Candy Loon. That's not great. They miss it. He gets stomped. Carl, a little bit unlucky there. He's slowed right now. 166 movement speed for Candy Loon, but it doesn't matter. They don't want to dive it.
Oh yeah, I think it's a wise choice not to dive. They don't see any of them. It's just a bit too risky for them to move forward. And if they lose an engage like this, they might lose Roshan because it's a PA and Beastmaster. They're gonna smoke towards Roshan.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Wow.
This is really dangerous. And there's a ward right outside. They can't take it out.
Scan? Are they gonna scan? Do they know what's going on?
Oh, they're not gonna get there in time. Too much. New Esports with the heavy hard play there. They scan it right as Roche goes down, and now Lance, Battle Fury done, well on his way towards the Deso.
Yeah, that's a very, very smart play there. They know that the last fight, the Earth Spirit and Spectre used their ultimates. So instead of just sitting and farming, they try to... I mean, it's a bit risky, but it paid off, It was a good move in the end for them. So the Penguin has a diffuser right now. PA has the Aegis and he is halfway to his Desolator. They are about to hit a timing when they get this Desol. PA is going to be so much stronger in the fights.
It's going to be terrifying. And if DDZ gets towards that BKB, so much of these fights have been about Earth Spirit getting that perfect silence off, and that doesn't happen. The game is going to be hard. It's going to be real freaking hard. Man, they just got the stone. Let's go.
Stone? Oh, okay. Sorcerer's Stone.
All right. Philosophers, you heathen.
Oh, it's the Sorcerer's Stone.
Okay. Sure.
What's the law of the item?
I don't know. It has something to do with Nicholas Flamel, I'm sure. Smoke up now. Everybody coming on over from New Esports. And who are they going to run into? Zephyr and Cuckoo. They're underneath a Hawk right away. DDZ just going to jump uphill. What are you doing, my man? That was the worst. Oh my God. Poor guy. It happens. It happens to the best of us.
It's a little bit of miscalculation. If I think if he jumped a little later, he would probably still end up on that hill. Maybe he needed to get the angle, a different angle.
I think so too.
So right now they have to fix the creeps. They have to go push the base. Beastmaster has Blats and Helm of a Dominator. Klings has a Medallion. Klings is also going for a Desolator. Okay.
Whoa.
So they're gonna have 2 Desolators here.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because it works with the Burning Army.
Yeah.
But he has 1 point only on Searing Arrows.
Interesting. Is this the type of build that you've been seeing on support Klinkses?
Not sure. I'm not sure how to play the Klinks. I haven't seen much of support things.
Death pack, chase down, Whitemon gets hit, and they're going to be able to run him if they want. The jump in, and the dead Enchantress. I mean, she was dead no matter what. That's there's no problem with her DCing right there.
I mean, I'm looking at the skill build, right? I'm thinking, like, why is he not maxing the Searing Arrows? Because the Searing Arrows actually works with the Burning Army, and if you're getting a Desolator, that's a lot of damage with the Searing Arrows. He's choosing to go for more points in the death pack because the armor reduction. I guess it makes him tankier as well, so he's kind of like a front line in a way.
I think the armor reduction is what makes the most sense to me. Like, just doubling down on that wherever you can, right? He's got a Blightstone, PA's got a Deso, Medallion.
Yeah,
like, it's a lot of minus armor.
I guess the minus armor is kind of like the damage for the Searing Arrows too.
Yeah. That is a lot of minus armor, jeez.
So how much do they have? 4 Blightstone to 6 Desolator, another 6. So that's 12.
Well, and the Medallion too.
Yeah, and the Medallion.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's about it. 17 minus armor.
And then on top of that, they got Bloodlust and, Inner Beast. That's no joke. They destroy things real quickly.
The Dire team needs to weather out the storm. They have to survive this stage where the Radiant lineup is hitting a very, very powerful timing. I think they need to try and dodge and get what kind of armor items? They need some, like, okay, Halberd is nice on the Mage's Prophet. He's building a Halberd right now. Spectre kind of doesn't really care. He's tanky anyway. And the other heroes need to get, I think the supports probably need to get a Ghost Scepter, the Ench and the Spirit.
And right now our Spirit has one queued up. I kind of like the idea of just a casual buckler as well. It's been a while since we've seen.
It's not as good as before, the casual buckler.
Yeah, it's not great. You can dare to dream.
No. Ghost Scepter.
All right, that's fair.
I don't want to be a real ghost to purchase a Ghost Scepter.
Yeah, if you just don't get it, then you'll be a ghost real quickly underneath the ground. Wow. 20-minute mark, and it is 1 outpost apiece. Tier 2s are still up, and it's going to be a trade-off of bounties.
The Ember actually went for MKB against the PA. So he wants to do damage. Because I was thinking that the Ember this game is going to be more of like a utility Ember to play for the Spectre. So you go for like maybe a Maelstrom, then maybe you have to go like some armor items, some Shivers, maybe Blade Mirror, I'm not sure. Like those items seems that it would be logical in this kind of game. But he's opting to go for more damage for his team.
MKB is interesting. I feel like I haven't seen that item get picked up by many people at all. It's almost always just like, okay, if you needed break their evasion, get Rapier or something.
Attack speed is nice now. He went from 10 to 35 attack speed.
That's cool.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's the new efficient item because I haven't played much of the new patch. Yeah. Not very sure. Because sometimes when you change like one small item or 2 small items.
Down bottom, Whitemon. Sorry, cut you off there. You just got almost one shot.
Don't worry. That's the effect of not having a Ghost Scepter.
Now we know. What's this force staff in your inventory? What do you think about Ags on PA this game?
Dire's structures are fortified.
Luxury item later. It's nice to dispel the root from the Ember Spirit.
Dire's bottom tower.
Or what else can you dispel? I guess the enchant. Not like you need it.
No, it's not great. Yeah, I guess that there isn't that much else. Maybe like the Veil or whatever, but...
I mean, the thing is like the cooldown is nice. So you can, like a personal smoke, personal ninja gear.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually you're gonna get the potion with the Aghanims, and then you're gonna demand it over the Ogre. Ogre's like, I've been supporting you the whole game.
Support me some more. Give me that Ags. Uh-oh, jump on him. Clink's blown up, but they got the Burning Army out already. Mosin moving in. Raven gets the one way. Oh my god, what a sick haunt. And reality out of there, Candy. We're trying to live. The Rolling Thunder going back and forth.
Timing out.
And it's going to go down. They're going to be able to find this follow-up here. Beastmaster and Cligs are already dead. DDZ trying to run away. They lose the PA. They lose the Ogre. Lose everybody. DDZ's the only one who gets out.
That was the biggest anti-timing ever from Radiant. They were holding an aggressive position, and Dire was obviously keeping count of the time, the Aegis, and they made a play when the Aegis was about to expire. And it was amazing, for Dire team. It's a perfect timing for them to take the fight. And now Spectre is going to have his refusal, and he's going for a Basher as a follow-up.
That Raven reality away was amazing.
Ember is also going for a Basher.
Huh. That's kind of cool.
Especially like the new OP item. They just brought back Cuckoo.
Chase. Whitemon's over here, but he is pretty much alone outside of that. Going to be completely and totally controlled and killed. So a little bit overextension there. Just Cuckoo things. That's what he does.
Utility. He's position 3. It's okay. It's okay to feed sometimes. We understand.
That's the thing that I always feel like. Cuckoo's, he's sort of taken a step back, but I felt like when he was in his heyday playing mid and stuff, it was always like he is either going to win you the game or lose you the game.
Yeah,
but no in between.
You think of where he was farming. He was farming here, right? Like here.
Yeah.
He was farming here, and the Spectre was here. I mean, he's just trying to body, because the Radiant was trying to smoke back to, I can't remember if they were smoke, but they were trying to reclaim the bottom area. And the supports were dead. The Enchantress was dead. He was dead. So no one was in this vicinity to cover the Spectre. So he just wanted to be there to feed for him, die for him, make sure the Spectre doesn't die.
Yeah, there you go. Take away some of that farm from people when you can.
Yeah. Haunt, 25 seconds, so time to make a play. They're going back to the Basher. Is Basher the new OP item? Or is everyone getting Basher? No, Ember got a Dazzle instead. Never mind.
Yeah, they don't want to get too many. You get too many Bashers, you lose the game. That's a stat for all you people out there.
Hey. Stop spreading false information. You get in trouble.
You don't know it's false. How do you know?
According to the statistics, oh no, Basher has an increased win rate right now. Never mind, I take everything I said back. I'm sorry.
Okay, there you go. That's right. Try and pull one over on me. Look at that. Hasted DDZ just running away from the game.
They're under a ward.
Gotta be careful. DDZ, they're looking to try and TP in. He gets the bounty rune, still chasing. But not going all in.
PA gets out. He's gonna finish his PKB, and Cuckoo is under vision. So right now, Dire team is running back towards top. They want to protect their vision here. They want to play under the wall here. This is a nice move if they get anyone.
Oh, Roland looking for him, but DDZ able to get the jump out afterwards. Haunt already opening, and they will blow up Yamate. Not the biggest kill in the world, but this one is looking a little bit bigger. Lands in absolute no man's land, gets destroyed. Oh, and to me, that just feels like a little bit better communication from Geek fam, sticking together when they needed to.
Yeah, I think once the Kings was in trouble, the PA he was trying to participate in the fight, and he was very close to his Black King bar. That was a very big kill. very bad death on the PA. I think he just needed to ditch, you know. Save your body syndrome does not help you.
Whitemon, Force Staff out of there, trying to run the silence onto 2. It might be enough with the heal, with the mech coming in. Enchantress living, right clicks coming onto DDZ, gets the swashbuckle over to the side, takes him down. Can they find any more? Zephyr, Ghost Scepter, roll away. This is still all being fought without the PA. So it's only going to end up being the 1 kill onto the Enchantress, and then it's done.
So right now, what are they playing for? It's probably the Roche will be the next contention. And because of this Desolator on Ember, if they can actually take a fight, they'll be able to finish the Roche pretty handily, pretty quickly. So the next fight is going to be very, very crucial. The PA wants the Aegis. He has his BKB, he sells his item, gets the BKB. They're going for the same play, the sneak Roche and the sneak attack.
See it, if they can do it, and it's going ever so quickly. There's a fight going on mid, but Clinks is going to be more than happy to give up his life if they get Roche, and they will.
Wolf. Hashtag Wolf, man.
Dude, that's unreal. They just weren't really in position to defend against it. Ghost Scepter roll away again from Zephyr. Does not want to be here. Still has vision. Carl protecting his support.
I mean, I don't feel like they did anything wrong. This is like the inherent way you play as Dire. Right? You play on the right, this area, and the Radiant plays on the left area. So the Radiant will always have the Roshan advantage. And Dire doesn't have anything right now because they moved the Ancients away.
Oh, DDZ again going in for the roll. Clips the stairs and then gets away.
Going in from the ping pong, maybe.
Interesting. So still less than 1,000 gold separate these two teams, but I do have this sort of impending sense of specter that's about to be a doom for new esports here. Like, this is looking like it could be spooky. Basher done, going towards the Abyssal Blade next, and I'm really concerned with how you stop that as new esports.
They still have the Aegis. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. Be happy.
I saw what happened last time. Oh, Yamate spots him out. Walks inside, a little bit of vision there, and he's going to be punished for the moment, but the turnaround. Yamate dead already at the start. It's a pretty big magnetite. On to 2. Can they find any more? Ember trying to jump back in. Zephyr gets the Ghost Scepter off. Lance doing absolutely nothing. BKB TP's away. Realizes he doesn't want to be in this fight. DDZ also trying to run out. The cheese, there's going to be the roll away, and DDZ should be able to get out afterwards.
So that was it a buy? Who was the one that bought back on the Ember? So all in all, it's a better trade for Radiant. They got a core kill and a support for 2 supports. But they had to use a 10-second BKB and the cheese, right, on the Pango.
Yeah, exactly. But they do still have that Aegis if they want to fight again now that Ember does not have buyback.
Is it timing out soon? Oh no, there's 2 more minutes on Aegis.
Yeah. Looks like they're trying to find an opening down bottom again.
15 seconds to the primal roll. They need to fix the lanes first. The lane, look at all the lanes. It's all running into the tower.
It looks like they're just going to content themselves to take the outpost and then push out the lanes afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Not try and force the fight.
You have to remind everyone, you kill tier 2 now, you can get outposts.
Yeah. It's the way of it. DDZ, the one who gets caught. Rolling Thunder back up again in a second, but it's a second too late. They take him down, and now looking for more. Force Staff away, Mosin. Trying to keep Zephyr off of them, but the relentless charge of GEEK Fam comes through again. They managed to take down 2 more.
Yeah, so this means that the Aegis on the PA is probably going to be worthless. They're not going to be able to use it to fight. Let's see if Dire forces anything more here. They have a haunt in 5 seconds. Ember Spirit is going to look to catch the Clinks. Does he have a detection? Aegis Proper is coming in with detection.
Oh, they got the root. Got him, get him, good. Yamate done.
Buyback? He did that without having buyback?
Yeah, man. He got caught. Yeah, that was a rough one. He was 200 gold away.
He was trying to clear the crit wave to delay for the rest of his team to respawn. Okay. He was kind of lucky that nothing happened.
I mean, the scary thing about this is that you've almost got, everybody back up again with Geek Fam and all their abilities. You got Haunt back up again now as well. If they want to go, they can. Wrath of Nature's back up soon as well. Mid lane, the battle's a brewing. They're going to jump Coral. Gets caught out of position. Completely destroyed. Zephyr missing all of his spells is going to be able to get the jump away. No TP as he does not want to use it until now. Chase. Oh my god, the crit and almost dead. But they can't get him.
He has that casual Helm of Fire Wheel +5 armor.
That's what he needed.
Yeah, he's building into a Crimson Guard. That's nice. The Ember is dead for 90 seconds, so they have to take a chill pill, relax, go to the beach side, look at the sand, and just wait for him to return from his long vacation.
See if he can do it. Should note, we have an Orb of Destruction on the Radiant. I think that one's going to be delivered out in a second here. It's coming out on the courier for the Clinks.
Is it better on P rather than a PA?
Surprise.
No, he passed.
Maybe they're going to pass it over.
Yeah, they pass it over.
Well, they do go up high ground if they want. The scary part is that they don't have Aegis anymore. It just timed out.
Yeah, respected and just frontline defend the tower. And he's going for Monkey King Bar next.
They're still thinking about going. They're walking up high ground. It's going to drop pretty quickly if they want. Violet on the 3. Zephyr finds them all, and now Raiden jumping on the Canyon. He's just dead. One comes out afterwards. Reality onto DDT. So that's 2 dead instantly, and now finding another Mosin also going to be brought down.
That's
White to get the double.
Another spectacular play right there by Mr. Kenny. He's the man. He's the geek. He's the fan.
I mean, should new esports have been that clumped together, though? You know what I mean?
They just got outplay because the Ember had 25, I think it's about 20-25 seconds remaining on his death timer. They know he has no buyback, and they were trying to get a roll and get a quick kill. If they blow someone up right away, I think they probably have a really good chance of finishing off the tower. But I'm not sure if Kenny just reacted or he was trying to silence the other hero. Not sure. Maybe he was just ready. He was just so ready.
Well, whatever the case is, right now, new esports need an answer. No Pango for 25. Looks like they're just going to retreat again and hold on to this high ground. Take the other tier 2 tower instead. Control them out. Don't let them out.
This is the choke point you want. The Ancients, you control Ancients, you control Helm's Deep. They have nowhere to run. They have to run
on the right-hand side.
Yeah, this is the same. This is the Radiant Helm's Deep, this is the Dire Helm's Deep. It's the part of the map that some will refer it as the gold mine because it's the biggest source of income. And going back to what I was talking about, the Radiant and the Dire, I said that the Radiant is always here. That's your natural movement. Dire is always on the right. And that's why the Radiant team is always usually going to get the Roshan. Because in this game, I think that was one of the difference maker, They're on the Radiant side, they were able to, sneak the first 2 Roshan?
This is going to be the third one. Yeah.
Is it going to be the third one? Yeah, first 2 Roshan. So this is what I would say as the Radiant advantage. And Dire used to have the double Ancients, right, on the bottom side. But right now, because they moved the Ancients back towards the left side, so what does Dire actually have? I don't know what. I actually don't really know what do they have.
I guess their outpost is closer to Roche than the Radiant one. So if you take that tier 1,
yeah, sure, I agree.
That's not great.
That's something.
Yeah. Go Dire.
And if you look at the lanes as well, I think the off lane, I feel like before the Radiant off lane was also better. Because sometimes when the enemy block the previous patch, right? If the enemy blocks this camp and stops you from pulling, 1 sentry, you can deward this camp with 1 sentry. Whereas for this one, on the Dire side, they need 2 sentries to deward this. Not sure if they change it this patch, but so overall, Radiant has a couple of advantages,
I haven't really been paying that much attention to who's picking side and first pick or second pick or something, because that's the other thing around.
Yeah, about that. Right now, I think the second pick is better also because of the sequence that they changed. So the 17 and the 18 got swapped around. Before, it was when your first pick you had not 17 and 18, the 12 and 13, 11 and 12. So it got swapped over. So before you go into the second phase bands, the last person to pick is the team on the second phase. Before, it was the team on the first phase. So you kind of have that more balanced thing going on, where the second pick team has the overall last pick, the 24th pick, the 22nd pick, and the Radiant team has that pick, number 12. But right now, I don't feel so good about being first pick.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That was a bandy going down.
PA just blowing her up, and actually going to go for the Satanic instead of finishing off the Abyssal Blade. Interesting.
I think he feels like he needs the lifesteal to land.
Lane find themselves one. Zephyr goes for it. Stun right at the start. Raven gonna haunt in, trying to find himself a target. Can they blow up anybody? The Beastmaster's already dead, and a good rolling thunder coming through the DZ, but he's gonna have the damage. Lance, he just never wants to go. He's trying to BKB and get himself out of there, but to no avail. Cuckoo finds the kill. Mosin is also going to get the TP out.
He has no buyback.
Yeah, that's really rough. And they're trying to find... Cuckoo can't quite get to Yamate. And instead, they're just going to run down mid lane, it looks like. Big moment.
Yeah, I really like how they are also itemizing on the Nature's Prophet. He understands that his role in this game is basically what my carry needs, I buy for him. He needs a mech, he needs a medallion, he needs AC, he needs aura. Sure.
All the good stuff. Yeah, and it's when so much of the damage coming out from new esports is based upon the physical, like you just build up a bunch of armor stuff, a couple in the halberd or so, and suddenly you're in a great position.
And remember, this man had a rough laning phase, the Nature's Prophet. Right. He started the game on his back foot, and he was still able to contribute a lot to his team.
Trying to do whatever damage they can to Carl. He's going to take a couple more pot shots on his way out, but looks like that's going to be the extent of it. Cuckoo, in the meantime, he's just going to sort of sideswipe. I don't know what DDZ is thinking is going to happen here, but it ain't going to be great as the right clicks are coming through. Ember gets pushed away. Sleight of fist damage out. Raven going to destroy, dismantle, and win this game. If, anything is going to keep on looking the way of the normal Dota game. 4 are dead. PA is the only one that's going to be coming back up in the near future. Almate just tries to get out of there. They're actually going to play it safe. They're going to go back for Roche.
I think that's wow. Because they think that they have buybacks. I mean, it's the Ember. Sorry, not the Ember. Only the Pango doesn't have a buyback. Yeah. I think this is the right play. It's for sure.
Roche is going to go their way, and they've got a refresher shard. So who does it go to? Is it a Spectre one? I kind of like it on him. Yeah.
Double Abyssal, double Haunt.
Cool.
Time to buy that Aghanim's to perform that single target Haunt.
There you go. I love that one. That's a good one too. I actually think it's kind of good. What do you think of that Aghanim's on spec?
I think it's better on Ember. It's similar. A single target. Sorry, not Ember. I was thinking about another hero. Juggernaut, Omni Slash.
Oh,
I think they're both like the same concept.
I always think of it as like a way to get into the fight so you can sort of cycle it with Haunt, But
I mean, the thing is, I feel it doesn't really give you more damage. I would rather if the Aghanims give me like say a shorter duration on Haunt, or you do more damage or something else,
Okay. That's cool.
Like, when do you actually want to get the Aghanim perspective? It's like, I've already bought everything that I need, then I get the Aghanims. It's not like, I want to get the Aghanims. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's how I play. I don't know what you're talking about.
So you go for Aghanims as what, your third item or fourth item?
I get earn Aghanims, Pretty hype.
Are you actually trolling me, or you?
No, what are you talking about? It's great. It's amazing. You can keep the pain train rolling it.
I actually can't tell if you're trolling me.
I'm not trolling you. I'm being serious. I've done it before.
Support Spectre?
What do you mean I'm playing support Spectre? I'm playing regular Spectre. I'm playing winning Spectre.
Support items on Spectre.
It lets you accelerate into your radiance, you know?
Wow.
It is the good timing. All right, well, let's see. Raven now is just going to walk forward. Sleight of fist. Carl trying to just whittle them down. He's got a rapier queued up. That's one way that New Esports could maybe win this. Or use if they jump on it. Carl, he's dead. Oh, that's the Aegis. He's coming back in just a second. EDZ rolling through onto all of them. Can he loot in? Moses so freaking low. Trying to do it. He gets the cheese off, trying to live, but it will not happen. Buybacks come out fast and furious, but there is no buyback for the PA as the Remnant ends the life of DDZ. The jump back in round 2 coming from the Spectre. Can they kill them all off? Mosen's gonna die. Zephyr tries to back away. An ultra kill for the Zephyr. Earth Spirit of all here. He wants to go back into the Rampage. Give it to him. It ain't gonna happen. It was a beautiful dream, but in the end, it was also just a feed. This Geek fam will go back and take a second set of racks. 40 minutes into this game, and, well, New Esports just don't really have an answer.
He's allowed to feed after everything has done this game.
That's fair. Oh, man. Well, not gonna lie, based upon, I think, how excited we all were to see the PA pick, it did not work out the way that New Esports wanted it to, as Geek fam are looking to just take another one. They get the root down onto Pango. He's hoping to get out of there. Yule Scepter to live. DDZ trying to run and will be able to escape. But the racks cannot run, the buildings cannot run, and I think that this one is in the bag. Geek fam can just close it out here and not do anything psychotic. Ember does have a rapier after all. See if he dives fountain with it. Everybody's back up again in a couple of seconds. I mean, I think at this point they're just like waiting for Carl to go too deep and then they just go on him.
The rapier is the best item on Carl. It stops him from being Carl. He's gonna just be safe right now because he has a rapier.
That's the only way that they lose.
Radiance Ancient.
I mean, if the PA gets a rapier, who knows?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of, attack speed, crazy heavy push.
Radiance Ancient is under attack.
So you're telling me the game would be over right now if Carl did not buy the rapier? That's what it seems like. Let's see if they can get him.
I think this game I'm actually really impressed by how they played the early game with the Nature's Prophet and the Earth Spirit. I think those two actually contributed so much towards the game because they didn't have a good start in the lane, but towards the middle game, the Earth Spirit had a couple of very clutch silence, clutch initiations, and the Nature's Prophet just built into the items that enables the cores, the other cores, the Ember and the Spectre haunts. Abyssal, dead hero.
God, they got him. Oh, Yule Scepter, Zephyr gets him caught, and DDZ down the tubes of 2-minute death timer. Ooh. And the max tips. They like it. They like what they're seeing from their teammate. Well, one last hurrah potentially here. Lance gonna throw daggers for all he's worth, but it is feeling like an impossibility. Carl jumps in. BKB turn fight. Lance already down to half HP. Satanic, no answer. He has a buyback available, but GG is already gonna be called. And with that, Geek fam gonna take a 1-0 lead out of the early risers. The new esports team looked so good right before the patch and have continued to struggle.